Hello. Welcome to Milton Railroad Valley. Wait, no. Milton... It was something like that. Hello, Kangafango. Are you talking about dogs? Why are you talking about dogs? It's title. Smell that? No, not the sock. Why would you smell the sock? The fresh Milton Railroad mountain air, of course. Wello. Okay, so let's get started. You started it. Me? Well, luckily the replying to doesn't get archived. Well, so here we are. This is the map so far. And over the course of the last couple of streams, we added this little area here. So we'd already finished building to there previously, which is where the gravel pit is. And then we built all of this here. It might not look like that much, but if you go in, and then, especially with a longer run distance, and then if you look at all of this, I think that looks good. Of course it's not finished yet, but it'll get there. I think what I want to do to start with is find some sort of pebbly rock texture or something that I can use to add a little bit of a shore to this river, maybe. Although maybe not, I don't know. Because over here, where there's lots of grass, it looks quite nice like this, but over here, might look a little bit flat. I don't know. Well, actually, you know what? Let's add the grass blinds first, by the track side and things like that. Now you're clearly making things up. It's clear that you're typing in the numbers of when you supposedly say that those messages were typed. Okay, so let's get started. So, I think I'm going to use this spline, yes. Yes. Oh, VGR, hello! Okay. Do I want... Oh yes, I suppose so. I was thinking whether or not I wanted the grass pine to kind of grow up the rock a little bit, but it's already doing it over here, so it would just continue with the pattern if I kept doing it like that. Yes, still coughing my lungs out before you ask. Ah, well then I should quickly ask, so then you can stop. So, are you still coughing your lungs out? Great, now you can stop. Unless that's not what you meant. Ah, I hope you'll feel better soon. Same. Okay, and I might add in the smaller grass blinds here as well to fill in some of those areas. What's yours? I did get the jape. Jape? Egg? No. Jape. Oh, the JPEG. The JPEG. What JPEG do you mean? Unless that was just the pun on JPEG. On the word itself. And that's how far it goes. I said no. So it's not that. I meant the jape, the joke. Oh, I see. So jape as in joke. And I don't know how that makes sense with as in, considering that jape is not part of joke. Well, it clearly is part of that one, but not of the word. The pun was born as a JPEG file? Sorry for the confusion. Ah. Where did I last use? I think not last, but where on the map did I? Where's the closest point where I used the other spline? There it is. That's the one I wanted. Okay, so here, let's just add a little bit of that, like that. Oh, I'm not convinced. Might be a little bit too much. This, wait, which one is this? Oh, right, I see. It's that spline. I don't know if I like that. Actually, I think I might like it like this better. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave it out then for now, and maybe I'll add it in later. No spline there? No, I think I prefer it this way. I might go back and add one in later, should I change my mind. If there was a narrow version of exactly this spline, then I probably would put one there. But with how different the other spline looks, I don't know. I think I prefer it like this. Although, I might add a different spline there instead. Oh yes, you're right. They have stunned you indeed. So now 1 hour is already up because you didn't realize it because you were stunned. Gotta watch out for those. At least they didn't turn their setting up to kill. If you get the reference. It's because Kango said the stunning mountains. Oh, yes, yeah, stunning mountains. Not mountains, stunning mountains, yes. Haha. Yeah. I'll add a bit of grass there in the forest as well, just so that this looks better. Sounds a little like that. I'll add a bit of grass on top here as well, just so that it looks a bit better, which is the general goal of making this map in the first place, just to make it look a little bit better than just an empty map, of course. Okay. I think maybe this could be connected like this with the grass and this bit, like that. Just add a bit of variation. In which case maybe we could do that as well. Although that looks a bit too samey. I think that might look a bit better. Although, let's leave it like this for now. Might change it later. Bit here as well. Hello, Chris. Welcome. It's been a while. How are you? In case you didn't know, we're back in the mountains. Once it loads in, I'm going to show you where we're working. So, this is the map view. Say hello. It's a very nice map view. And this is where we're currently working on this bit. So if you remember up here, so this is where Northusia is, which we built pretty much quite near the beginning of this series. And then over here, following this little valley up here, we're getting to the gravel pit. And then this is the new bit. And of course it looks better with a higher render distance, but for performance reasons while streaming I did not have that. Hello, I'll bust through! Map view! Map view XX. Well, it's not an extra large map yet. We'll get to that. No. And then, so this is new. So it's going over here, being joined by the road, climbing up. Then we've got this bridge, which is still not finished. I still need to do a little bit more work to make this look a little bit better, because at the moment it looks like the rock was kind of built out to meet with a bridge. It doesn't really look... I need to do some fixing in this a little bit, but that's probably the thing we're going to do today as well. And then it just keeps climbing this way. I'm still going to... I still need to add grass plines here. Going further up. And the grade does change slightly. There's going to be a little waterfall there. So down here, I mean... It continues further up, and then it'll continue up that way, where we'll have some more large waterfalls, and then eventually it'll get up to a little town where this branch will terminate. So yes, this is what we've been working on for the last couple of streams, in case you didn't know. Good, great. Get out the blue carpet for view. The 4 viewers have arrived. Oh, viewers. What you looking at, viewers? Sires. Yeah. Okay, so I think I want to add the grass plants first, and then I'll deal with some of the terraforming there. So I've started using Blender. Oh, nice. Blender is much more user-friendly now than it was, well, a few years ago. And a few years ago it was much more user-friendly than it was a few years ago from that point. So it's getting more and more user-friendly. So what do you think about Blender so far? Do you like it? I cannot wait till yes, plotch. Dune that tall waterfall, hahaha. To make locomotives, very interesting. All I can say is stick with it, even if sometimes it seems difficult and you maybe aren't sure if it'll work out that great. Just stick with it, keep trying, and eventually you'll get it. Not that I've made locomotives in Blender before, but I have used Blender for my Unity games, making all sorts of different stuff for those, so yes. Hold on, I'm gonna read the rest of chat in a little moment. I need to just finish this little bit off there. Okay. Ooh, exciting! Have you made any smoothies yet? I knew that joke was coming. Anthony2002, hello! Welcome! What's up? Well, at the moment, the bridge is still up. I don't know if it's still going to be up by the end of the stream, but we can hope. Well, this sums it up quite nicely. Never, never, never give up. Okay, that's probably a song, but well, sure, I'll listen to it. One moment. Excuse me while I get a bit closer to the microphone to reach the other headphone, well, earphone. It's funny because in that it's a video link to Thomas and Friends song, and there's a bit where it looks like the frog is singing. So yes, it's not Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. All right. Yes, it's Sam Thomas song. Yep. Trainz, for one of your streams, you should do a VR operating session. Well, do you mean do as in make or do as in play? Also, nice color change there. So do I really want this much? Yeah, I do, but I want this much grass there, but I do also want some gaps in it, just to add a little bit more variety. Maybe not in this spot, or maybe like that. Play. Well, yes, once I've made some sessions, I will showcase one. Sure. I'll probably also make like 1 or 2 on stream, but of course I don't want to make all of them on stream because then, well, you'd know exactly what awaited you when you'll buy the route. Not if, when. Because we all know that it is an inevitability that everybody who will ever watch this stream will buy this route. And if you disagree with me, then you're ignoring the science. So, frog as in the Trek frog, or frog, or as in the frog frog? Frog at the end of number 1. Ah, the Kango impersonator is back, but depends on how much it will cost. Even me without Trainz. Yeah, you don't have to have Trainz to buy the DLC. You can buy it on the website. Alright, I'll have a watch of that later. Sure. XD. Okay. You should get Trainz. It's a good game. It is a good game, but of course it also depends on interests. Now, the fact that Albastru is watching a Trainz building live stream, and has already watched several, does suggest at least a mild interest in Trainz and Trainz. So perhaps Albastru would enjoy it. I don't know. Ah yes, I have just spent money to buy something I cannot use. Now, what was I doing? Ah yes, the smoothie. Exactly. I know a 313 and a 377 and a 700, and that's it. and the 442, right? Vaguely. It's the funky one. Yeah, well, you don't have to know a lot about Trainz to be able to enjoy Trainz. When I first started with Trainz in like 2008, was it? I think it was 2008. I knew practically nothing about them other than there were steam trains and electric trains and other trains. And steam trains needed coal and water. And signals were kind of like traffic lights. Oh, and also there are junctions that can be switched with levers. And that passengers and cargo can also be transported by trains. But other than that, the Romans have done nothing for me. Basically Mark III coaches, but with cabs on either ends and powered by a third rail. Well, if you park a Mark III coach very, very poorly, then it would also get powered by a third rail. Technically. Sure is. But other than trains, what has Oren ever done for us? Aww. By the way, the Coleman Mountains Railroad, DLC, which I've been talking about that will be released soon for months. Well, I have now about 1.5 weeks ago submitted it to skip the next round of beta testing because it's already gone through like I think 2 or 3 rounds of beta testing. And the last time around there was only 1 ticket submitted, which I put in a workaround for. So that is fixed. So I put in the request. And I'm now waiting for about 1.5 weeks to hear back on that. So, technically is yes, oh yes, ooh yay. Some birdies are informing me that our bendies will be leaving in a month or 2, Kango. Oh. Do you mean as in being replaced? Moo, just gonna lurk here while I work. Well. Have fun working. I hope this will not be too distracting. Now, hello, Serious Cow King. Welcome. My condolences, Sebastro. Where will they go? Did the birdies know? Also, how did the golf game go? Golf game? No. Slovak Eagle was playing the golf game last time, if you recall. Heya, Moo. Moo, Kango. Heya, Moo. Nice nickname there. Because birdie. Yeah, I thought that might be it. I'm not sure where they'll go after us, but they're third hand and 15 years old, so it was only a matter of time. I'm interested to see what they'll be replaced with. Imagine if it is streetcars. Imagine if they're replaced by streetcars or trams. Like double-decker trams. Wouldn't that be nice? Hole in one. Even better. Haha, nice. I see. Hopefully they'll send him down here to the West Country. Well, that would be nice to... But the thing is, down here, I prefer double-decker buses, especially in the countryside, because with double-decker buses, if you sit in the top deck, you can see over a lot of the hedges. And so you get these great views, which single-deck buses and cars never get, and well, car drivers never get. Like, for example, there's a spot on the Gold bus from that goes from Torquay to Plymouth. As you get out of Paynton towards Totnes, it goes up on the hills. Oh, there was a notification. One moment. I'm glad that I heard it this time. Oh, Fango Kango is coupled up. Interesting. Are you related to Santa Claus by any chance? So, yeah. So there's this great view where it's a very curvy road and it kind of goes around the valley on one side, then goes out and up on the other side. And then, so you can see that valley on the left stretching for quite a ways. You can see a little bit of forest in the distance, and if you look straight ahead, you can see over the hills, miles and miles of countryside. Like you can see probably like close to maybe 15 or 20 miles would be my guess. And you can see Dartmoor in the distance, just on the horizon. And if you go at evening, at dusk, you can see the sun setting there and God rays going through the clouds, and it's this beautiful spot which you can only see if you're riding in the top deck of a double-decker bus, because if you're not, then hedges block it completely. So yes, can gaming? Would you say that this is the best building game to face the internet? Well, hello Can Gaming, welcome. That is a tricky question, because considering my vague passing interest in trains, I would say yes. But if you see this as I don't know, I think the only game that might be able to come close is Minecraft, but it's a very, very, very different kind of building game. Because in this, not only can you build the landscapes and the railroads and railways and things, but you can also make sessions. So basically scenarios, gameplay, bits of gameplay, where you can put in messages and session rules and AI trains, and you can make, if you want to, little stories where of different things. Like for example, you're taking a train along a specific route, and then you can put up a message saying, "Oh, there's been a landslide and you've been diverted," and and things like that. And you can have AI trains going, and you can do so much incredible things with sessions and session rules that I would say, for me, this is the best building game to face the internet, yes. But of course, people's tastes differ, people's interests differ, and so I cannot speak for anyone else. Well, I can, but that might not necessarily be true then. No. I would say yes. Hey, what do you mean? This is getting a bit out of hand. Please do not use this account. I won't. I was just doing it for this. I'm back. Well, I couldn't... Yeah. Okay. Hello there. Hey, hi. I've been with N3V's series of games since Trainz 12, and I would say that this is the best. Yes, I would agree. There are... Well... I would agree with small caveat, which is I think that TRS 19 is the best version of Trainz that has come out so far. TRS 22 is probably going to be even better when that fully releases. However, one little thing is that with the newer versions of Trainz, they tend to, as they grow in complexity and as they add more and more features and still keep the compatibility with old assets and old stuff, that does have as an unfortunate side effect that they do tend to get buggier as time goes on. So for example, TRS 19 is... I mean, there aren't that many bugs, but there are enough bugs that well, there are enough bugs that I would say that it is worth mentioning over, for example, Trainz 12 or Trainz in the era. For example, one notable one is in TRS-19 that if you try to save, like for example, like that, without having changed anything, then it will likely freeze you in the saving screen, and then you're either going to have to wait like 15 minutes for it to say that you've run out of disk space, which is not true, or you're going to have to force quit it, relaunch it, revert the edits, which there aren't any to revert because it did actually save, and then go back in. That's a bug like that, for example. So there are some of those which does kind of detract a little bit, but overall I would say yes, TRS-19 is the best version of Trainz that has come out so far. Hello, what's up? Thank you. I mean, it was funny at first, but with this, I don't really want a username almost identical to mine associated with anyone else. That's understandable. Sure, TRS-19 in particular, or Trainz as in a series as a whole. I probably will not delete the account, but I will just not use it. Okay, thanks. No problem. I'm trying my best to expose this game to as many people as I can, because I think it deserves it. Also, what is your technique for putting textures down? Because I'm experimenting and can't find what I'm looking for in a mountain pass. Well, my technique is to, well, first of all, of course, model the terrain. Then I usually fill in the texture with grass, or yeah, usually grass. And then I look for some, I mean, it depends on the route, but on this route, I look for some steeper bits, and then I just paint a rock texture over it, copy and paste trees, and then delete them over the rocks. And then I also sometimes use, well, in this, for example, I use the fill grid to select an area of terrain to then replace the lighter grass texture, like for example, which is this one, with the darker forest one. Now, in this particular case, it might have been easier to just fill in the forest texture and then draw on the little bit of lighter grass where it's needed. But that is my usual method of putting down textures. Of course, it does also, which textures you use, of course, matters a whole lot, because you don't want repeating patterns, you don't want things like that. Another thing that I often do is hold the square bracket keys, or tap the square bracket keys as I'm drawing, because the square bracket keys change the orientation of the texture, as you can see there on the right. So that can help to avoid patterns. I really hope they'll implement the multiplayer survey on TRS-22, or at least in a source pack of it. Maybe, but they do want to keep a reason for people to buy Trainz Plus or Platinum. So, yeah. Yeah, there's just a bunch of small bugs, but they're working on them as far as I know. Yes, they are. But for example, there's a bug where cars no longer spawn on invisible roads, which has been with the TRS-19 since it was first released, as far as I'm aware, and it's still not been fixed. It might be fixed in TRS-22, I don't know about that, but in TRS-19 it's not been fixed. Like, not making it exclusive to Trainz Plus. Hey, sure guys, I just realized that 3 of the engines on the Belfast and Unity Pond route have 3 non-DLS routes. Which what? Only one is payware though. Oh, you mean that they're from non-DLS stuff? Yeah. But I have another non-payware engine to replace it. Good. Although if when I review that, I would like to use only built-in /DLS stuff. I really don't want to install third-party content here because of complicated reasons that I don't really want to go into at the moment. Just take too long. The entire building process of this route, apart from the very first asset palette baseboard, is being built on stream. Development on the Milton route has started in 2020. Yes, if you go on to my YouTube page, which is just Sharadice, you can see a playlist of all of the archived streams. Give them all a quick watch, and then you can come back to the stream. But the other two are non-DLS nor built-in, so third party. Yeah, I don't really want to install those then. Okay, sometimes built-in assets which can't be deleted or exported and re-imported go faulty and can't be opened and fixed. Sometimes it helps if you do a database rebuild. By the way, so with Trainz, if you go to developer, you can click rebuild database, and that can sometimes fix those issues. If it doesn't, you can hold control and then click rebuild database, and that will do an extended database rebuild, which can, depending on how many assets you have installed, take like up to an hour and a half or 2 hours. So yeah, but that is a more thorough database repair in case you have issues like that. Consider that. Yes. Should I live stream me building the Belfast Unity Pond? Why not? Can go. I found the Pacific P16. Yay! Drummond Island, in it? Hey, Mr. Snipes. Hello, Mr. Snipes, yes. Hello, how do you like it? Yes, Drummond Island. If you want to, sure, why not? Snapshot ice. There you go. Okay, just adding a little bit more grass, and then I'll have a fly along the route. Well, not the route, the line here. So I can see if I'm happy with how the grass looks. And if I am, then I'm going to go back to the bridge and see if I can fix some of those bits, because it doesn't look completely realistic with how the rocks look yet. One of the issues with building a route that takes this amount of time, because obviously when I'm building a route that's only being built on stream, that's 4 hours a week that I'm working on it. That does mean it takes a long time. And yes, I did underestimate how long it would take to finish this route. The problem with that is that, well, the style kind of changes as I go along. My building skills improve, or I guess skills, considering we're in Trainz. And then I go back to the early stuff, and then I'm like, oh, well, it looks okay, but actually I could do this much better now. Well, I could do this better now. And then there's just the temptation to go back and fix that stuff, which I might do eventually, just freshen up some areas. But we'll see. Just hang a little bit down there. Save. If you need custom sounds, I can supply you with some custom sounds. Like, what do you mean? Do you mean like ambience or engine sounds, or what do you mean? How is your Trainz route coming along, Kangafango? Pacific P16, let's have a look. Oh, is it? Yes. Of course. It basically makes big square holes in the mud. I wish it had more attachments for it. Logs and high saddle is still pretty great. Nice. I've started quite a few, the latest of which I've started only yesterday. A British 2-foot gauge one. Nice. I mean the ones you live streams. Not got much in that yet, but it's looking good so far. When's the last time you have streamed on Trainz? Me, right now, technically, I know you mean Kango. The canyon is looking good, Charles. Thank you very much. Horn sounds, but I could make all sorts of stuff. Well, horn sounds I don't really need because I'm going to only use locomotives that are on the DLS on this. That being said, I will probably repaint them to fit with my fictional route. But yeah, I might be interested in ambient sounds, but the objects would, like for example, water rushing or wind in the trees or birds chirping or things like that. Because there are some good assets, but a lot of them are either way too quiet or way too loud, or a lot of them just don't work anymore. So if there were some of those, they would have to be on the DLS for this route. But if there were some of those, then that is definitely something that I would be interested in. Hold on, I'll give you a nice view while I read the rest of chat. The ones I've live streamed development on have sadly not seen much progress since those live streams. It's been 7 years since I've last 7 months since I've last streamed Tier 19. Uploaded in 2 parts. Wow, you should stream it. If it works. Nice. I've never played with logs in Stone. Is there a folding pole log trailer? I'll see what I can do. I mean, I would be very happy if there were some good ambient sounds on the DLS. Like sounds that I can, like objects that can be placed, I mean. Although I guess technically you could also have them as a locomotive and just have it as the idling sound, and you can place them on invisible tracks maybe. That might actually be a good idea. Okay, so we've got this little passing loop. Goes along here. Nah, it wouldn't work. What do you mean it wouldn't work? You mean with the invisible locomotives having the ambient sounds? Trust me, I've tried. Well, what went wrong? Why didn't it work? Oh, maybe it wouldn't work with having process objects behind camera turned off. Do I increase the field of view so that it's a bit easier to see? Since we're getting closer to the canyon wall. So I think I'm probably going to add... Well, one thing I do need to add is barriers on the side of the road so that cars don't just fly off the edge. And I also probably am going to add some grass supply in between here. We also need to set up the crossing here. Then let's go over this way. So I do need to do a little bit of work there. Kango, is that the 2-section long log attachment that gives the logs a bit of movement between the truck and trailer? I don't know. Oh, hey, VGR, I didn't know you were here. It won't work with engine sounds, so you need to make them a sound emitter asset. I see, but why doesn't it work with engine sounds? Anyway, I'm gonna hop off. Well, thank you for stopping by. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. I know, although I do only have time for 1 streaming slot in the week, so when I do get a chance to stream, I do mostly stream something else. Since October last year, I have mostly streamed multiplayer convoys on ATS and ATS2, which has been quite fun. But I do want to stream some of the classic stuff again too, like OMSI 2, 2019 Train Simulator, great! And perhaps Gary's Mod. If you know. If I find some interesting maps to explore. Bye, good night, thanks for coming. Just how Trainz is coded. I'll experiment. Omze, woo! Like, what about it doesn't work, do you mean? Does it just not... Does it, like, cut out if you get too far away? Because I know sometimes that happens if you don't have process objects behind camera turned on. Or is it like... Is the volume wrong? Because if you... I don't see how there could be any difference between an ambient sound file I don't know either. The asset just appears faulty and throws an error. Maybe it could be the length of the audio file. Maybe for engine sounds it's capped, so it can't be longer than a certain length, but maybe? Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. Some areas still look a little bit empty. I'll check going the other way as well. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, see, it does look a little bit bare if there isn't a grass spline on it here. But also, I do want a little bit more variety than just constantly having grass everywhere. Maybe if I get a different grass spline to intermix with it, maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, over here as well. Okay, almost there. Here's the bridge. Comes along this way. And just goes that way. So I'll give you a nice view again for me reading more of chat. I haven't played OMC in ages. It's a shame it doesn't have multiplayer like ETS does. True. Probably. Alright, the length. Yes, I see. I like trains and trucks. Also, sim racing and that dinosaur park building game, that is fun too. Do you mean Jurassic World Evolution or Prehistoric Kingdom? Or Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, I guess. No more than 20 centimeters. What do you mean? What was the reference to? Vijay, sometimes when that happens to something that is placed on a track, just open the game and spawn it in. It'll work just fine. That's what happened to me before. Oh, right, I see. I meant ones that are able to fold and... Right, I see, yes. The original Spin Tires had those. Kangafango, they do not have that. Only the more basic version that does not fold. Flowers, maybe? Maybe, but... This is supposed to be kind of late summer, early autumn-ish. Well, yeah, late summer. So, I don't know. In a lot of the reference material that I've looked at, so cab rides and things like that, I rarely see flowers in North America by the trackside. I don't know if that's because of anti-weed poisons or if that's just a natural ecosystem thing that there aren't that many flowers, but I do have some flowers in some parts, mostly fireweed, I think it is, or foxglove. Which I don't know if that's completely accurate, but they look quite nice here. Maybe. Oh yes, indeed. The only multiplayer it has is through the Bus Company Simulator DLC, but there you can only see the other players on the minimap, so that's not really it. Lotus Simulator got proper multiplayer though. I have not got either. As in Jurassic World Evolution, Prehistoric Kingdom, or Jurassic World Evolution 2. All of those. All of those. Yeah, I think I would find it fun to create environments and then populate with dinosaurs, to quote JPOG. But I just can't get behind the zoo aspect of, well, imprisoning these creatures. Even if the game says that their stats that they're happy, it's a thing that I'm not comfortable doing. Right, I see. Thanks for that. Right? Dinosaurs? JPOG, I remember that. BCS is not worth the ridiculous price they charge. £30 for what is essentially a notebook and map. Well, in that case, you better have a gun that's qualified to kill a T-Rex just in case. But if it's just in a case, then it's not going to help you against it, is it? Yeah, that's almost as expensive as the base game. It's just a natural ecosystem thing. Up in Canada, it's way too cold to support flowers. I'm blown away that train robbery is back. What? That has been a railroading issue recently. Oh, I see. Oh, yes. It should be half the price at the very least. Yes, half the price at the very least, and 4 times the price at the most. Weed killer doesn't affect flowers, only weeds. That's what it's for. But some flowers are considered weeds, at least here. Like, for example, dandelion. Dandelion is a very nice flower, I think, but it is considered a weed. I'd say it should be half the price at the very most. Haha, that's what I meant in funky wording. Thought so. The very least, as in what they could do, rather than value. Oh, right. You need at least a 0.5. Probably caliber. Sure it is, yeah, same. It's just sad seeing these creatures in tiny closures. Yeah, and the thing is with Prehistoric Kingdom, the maps are really large, so you could make large exhibits, and with Planet Zoo, for example, you can make scenes and environments, and then have invisible barriers, so that from a mechanical point of view, you still have these scenes, like an invisible wall in a first-person game, whatever, where it's just a mechanic in behind the scenes that's not actually there in universe. So but I don't know. Sorry, sunflowers? Not the last time I checked. What do you mean? What do you mean sunflowers? I don't know. Anyway, gotcha. Weed killers work via overproducing auxin hormones. No? I'm not sure. So probably not the best for any plant, even if it won't kill it. People jumping on moving trains and opening the containers and tossing it to the side of the tracks to pick up later is an actual thing. All those Amazon packages, etc. Yeah, I mean, brings back memories of horses and revolvers. I see. It's wild. Train robbing sounds so 1800s. Yes, train robbing sounds so 1800s. No, yeah, but yeah, you're right. You're right, it does. Sure it is. You had said some flowers. Oh, right, I see. But yeah, they're true. Hey, I'm all caught up with chat. XD. Sorry, there we go. Yeah, of course. So, I think what I'll do next is hopefully improve a little bit of this. It's just, I like how close it is, but it looks like it's just built out in this way. So maybe if I just have a little bit more of the rock kind of coming out this way. just to create a little bit more of a natural looking rock face here. Which it can be a little bit difficult to do this if you've got as little space as I have here because of where the river is. But I think that even that looks more natural. Though I suppose one of the things that makes them look more natural is if I pull this out a little bit so that it doesn't look as though the terrain is going back down towards the other side, so back down this way. And just slowly increase the terrain a little bit here so that it's not floating like that. And then I need a little bit of a certain texture. Not that texture, a certain other texture. And that already looks better. Over on this side, I think it looks fine. Yep, you pull out a selection army and have them. Yes. Do you mean the robbers or the T-Rex? Also, hello Sweater Gaming, if you're watching or lurking. I don't know if you are, but if you are, hello. The reason why I said that is because I noticed we've got 7 people watching, 7 viewers, and one of them might be Sweater, who knows. And now I'm just experimenting with putting a little bit of grass splines down here to give a little bit of extra detail. Not sure if I'll keep this or not. Just to make it look a little bit less flat down there. Not sure that it works. Looks a bit too tall. No, not that. I don't want to merge the layers. No, no. That would not end well. Would be nice if there were reskins for this bridge. Red, green, yellow. Yeah. Wondering. Toss a few stones in the canyon. I did consider that, but I can try it. But the concern is with that if I only do it in some places, then the rock wall where it's just a texture will look even more bare, if that makes sense. So yes, I can try it, but I'm not sure that it'll actually, well, work, basically. Depends. Boulders. Yeah, I thought you meant boulders. So let's go, actually, let's go back over to here, to Nathia. Let's grab some of those boulders to see if those might work. So let's just grab, let's just go to an area like that. Well, that's a tiny one. No, I need, well, I can try different ones. So, for example, like that. Of course, without shadows, it doesn't look as good as it might otherwise look. For example, if I just have some, I mean, maybe just having them down by the river might be fine. Does look better, doesn't it? I can look if there are maybe some other boulders that would fit better color-wise, but I doubt it. Oh, hold on, I need to check that these aren't. No, that's fine. Well, I've got these ones. Those ones are, well, they have the same color as the other ones. For the sandstone ones, which have a completely different color. Then we've got these granite ones. I can look for rock. CL rock. Those are, I think, well, actually those ones might fit quite nice color-wise, but the thing with the CL rocks is that a lot of them are just so small that I don't think that they're going to be useful. Because like the biggest one that I found so far is CL Rock 3, which does fit much better color-wise, but actually that one's an okay size as well. But the thing is, I would have to place so many of these that I don't know if that... Oh, that one's bigger. Ah, that one might work. Although it is a bit more jagged. Yeah, for some reason that one just doesn't have smoother lighting enabled. Ah, that one might look quite nice. Okay, and this goes all through the B ones. I do have these JR ones as well. And these ones look quite good, but I don't know what they're like with lodding. They clearly do have lodding. They have lodding, but... And if I really wanted to, I could use some of these old JVC rocks. Do you remember these ones? Aww. I remember using these so many years ago. I mean, to be honest, this might not actually look that bad, just having some of these rocks like that. Huh. Interesting. That looks surprisingly good. Actually, yes, that does add quite a lot. But you see, if I add these rocks down here, then suddenly, like this rock face, or up here, this rock face, just looks flat and bland. I've also got some ultra rocks, which these ones are the ones that I've used on the Pilsbergbahn map route. And these are great because they are large. I mean, there are some extra large ones as well, like this. So you can put these along a large area, but they do have some parts that stick out quite a lot that can be a bit difficult to work with. Or we could just put down lots of rock ferns, like this one. Or just lots of these rocks. I'll read chat in a bit, don't worry. Rocking chicken. Oh, hold on. There was a playground in Northusia. I don't think I used this asset, and I do want to use this asset over here. Or did I? I don't think I did. So let's actually place that there. And the rocking horse as well. Oh, well, see you soon, Mr. Snipes. Right, let's have a look. Ah, yes, these ones, the rocks 10, whatever they're called. Well, they are called rocks 10. These ones are also good, but don't fit color-wise. Got these ones, which might fit elsewhere if we ever get further west and south. I would really like to use these ones. That could work really, really well. Maybe not that one, but a lot of the other ones could work really, really well. That asset, these assets, no, not these ones. These ones remind me of the Bedrock bowling game a little bit. I don't know why. Got lots of these very old rocks. These ones are quite a bit newer, maybe. Well, okay, so if I do this, it's going to be a combination of these ones. And it does look good having those down there, but then it makes the rest of it look of a lesser quality. I think I'm going to do the rocks. If I'm going to do the rocks, I'm going to do it later. I want to finish this branch itself first, and then maybe we can have another look at this river and see if we, this area, and see if we can put rocks down. So, oh, you got to go as well? Well, then, see you then. Bye-bye, VGR. If you got to go, let's have a look at some of the chat. Reverses a P16 dumper to the edge of the cliff and stops. Everyone ready? Hahaha. More giants droppings? No. Giants? The seal's chef is Welsh and made by Clam 1952. Thanks for those great assets, by the way, Clam 1952. GR has some boulders, I think, are 300 years. Yes, they are. I forgot them. Alright, that rock fits like a glove. Like the texture. I remember those so much. Oh, rock shell. Yeah, it's from far away anyways. Those will work well. True. We'll see. That asset used to have dry grass on it. Yep. I remember rock quartzite too. Rock tolls? Not sure about that last one. Now you're gonna need a bigger trick. Bigger trick. Or a bigger boat. I agree. That looks brilliant. More this sized. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Oh, probably truck, not trick. Ah, that makes sense. Ah, truck. Yeah, true. Yeah, you'd probably need 10 of those, if no more. We're back on a taking dog outside. Sure. Well, gotta go. See you tomorrow for Statue Pathos. Yes, indeed. It'll be interesting. New episode. Alright. Good night. Thank you for coming. Bye. In order to continue with our sassy adventures. Well, the last episode finished. It's going to be a new episode this time around. And I have already sent the details for Dodd to write her captain's log. So that'll be, I'm sure that'll be great as usual. Eliza, Trainz imposter. Stay in that vent. Ah, I get the reference. The Devil's Tower, there it is, or something very similar. Oh, yeah. The Flintstones Better Bowling. That was a reference to Among Us, if you didn't get it. I did get it, but I hadn't seen the message before. Among Us by Puffballs United. Shadows for the 200th live stream. Yes. Shadows for the 200th live stream. Maybe make an MVR extension called Milton Valley Railroad further west, where you will be introducing deserty areas. No, basically. I can think of many reasons why that would not be a good idea. Well, maybe 300th, so that there's a bit of a pause from MVR. But then, so, I think, therefore I am. I think I'm going to leave that like this for the moment, and I'm actually going to call, one of these rocks. Tell you what, I'll just get one, place it right in the middle, and I'll call it Deal with Rocks. It's just as a little note, so I don't forget about it. And if it makes it into the DLC when it's finished, well, then it's an Easter egg. Totally an intentional one. No, not an unintentional one, an intentional one, yes. So let's continue a little bit further this way. Now, they could use that in a slogan. What, do you mean deal with the rocks? Okay, let's see. So, come this way, then we'll probably have the waterfall here. Then it'll cross over, carry on that way, and then I think that's probably enough space for the waterfalls now. I think, therefore, I am track. Be safer on trains. Ah, right, I see. And yes, I'm deliberately going to set the height before I increase the grid size. Well, increase the grid detail, decrease the grid size. So that it will be easier to do performance-wise. Two baseboards, this. That's two baseboards right there. Isn't it incredible? Okay. I think that's working quite well. Like that. Now, let's set the height to sort of here, like breadth and width. How many meters is one baseboard? 720 meters by 720 meters. Come on, there we go. That's not really a good sign if it takes that long to update the terrain mesh. Alright, yeah, thanks. You're welcome. On the MVR. Okay, so I think I'm going to take a height from up here and make this, well, gee, but I'm going to use the same height as over here just so that it's a little bit easier to deal with. going to make this carry along like that. And then the slope is going to go up this way, of course. I'm going to have to... Actually, that's a good point. Am I going to use real water? And I say real with an asterisk, of course. But am I going to use real water above the waterfall? Because the tracks will be so close to it. Although, if I look over here, then here the tracks are very close to it as well. But if I'm going to have a lake on this level, then that lake will have real water. So I probably am actually going to use real water. Yeah, because it'll have to feed into the lake. So let's have something like this. Bring this in a little bit further, and then I'll put in the water. So then we can see what this will look like with a waterfall in it. If I can find the correct waterfall assets, that is. And where is the water? Hold on. Oh, there it is. So it was actually just that far down. Interesting. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily have to be that deep. Although with the sides, it'll be different anyways. So it's important to have this a straight line across for the waterfall thing to really work. Actually, I might as well fill all of this in. Your welcome is appreciated, yes. Welcome to the beautiful MVR, where the grass is green and the land is grey, with yellow squares? Yes. Yes, indeed. So I really have to have this be quite a bit narrower, because I don't want it to look like there's so much water flowing over the edge every second, because otherwise, I mean, I may have to create an outlet for the lake that this is going to anyway, but I may not have to, because I don't really want to deal with that again. And actually, I might leave a little cliff face there. Who knows? Anyway, let's look for waterfall. So, what do we have here? We've got this, which, didn't this used to be animated? Yeah, maybe it's animated in Driver, because in the little window on the right there, it is animated. Anyway, I think having particles, I don't know if I want objects necessarily like this. I mean, that could work. Waterfall Sample. Do you remember? Waterfall Sample. Ah. Right, so we've got a top plume. It's a little bit narrow. Ah, this is more the sort of thing I was looking for, but this is not that tall. So what I might have to do is just put... Well, that's not going to be very good, is it? No, because I would have to put multiples of these into each other to... Well, into the wall to make it look as though it's coming up, but then this object would be in the way. The white bit at the bottom. What's this? Ah, this bit has sound. What if I just put a few of these in around here? I think that that's not going to look very good. No. But I can probably put some of these at the bottom. So let's just put like 3 of them at the bottom there. What about this thing? That looks nice, but maybe I can use that for the tributary. Ah, we've got steam effects like that, but I can't really click on them. Or is this one of these ones where you have to be exactly above them? No, I think I just can't click on this one. We've got mist. Nope. CL waterfall. Not quite. So, okay, I'm going to see what I can find with if I separate it. Nope. What if I look on the DLS? Maybe there are some new assets. Ah, right, I see. Actually, let's switch it over to thumbnail mode. Let's zoom out for performance reasons. Okay, Swiss waterfall, rollable, looks great, but doesn't look big enough. We've got the Waterfall Suburban, that looks like it's a map. Actually looks like quite a nice map, judging by the thumbnail. Ah, but it's from a newer version, I can't use that one. We've got these waterfall assets with sound. Let's have a look at this one, 5,200 meters. Well, how big are these? Oh, they're not very big at all. Let's just download... Well, let's just have a look at what that one looks like. So if I go to today, let's have a look at this one. Well, it looks very nice, except for the fact that it's not animated. Also, I think that this one is very, very long. That's that long. Okay. So, I think... Oh, that's not 6,200, that's just 200 meters. It's just waterfall 6, 200. That's the way that's supposed to be read. That makes sense. Oh, but it's because there's a comma on these ones. That's what confused it. Confused me, I mean. What's the difference between these ones if I download this one? Is there a difference? If there is, I can't really spot one. With it, I meant the thing that I was thinking about. That's what got confused. And then that itself got confused. So, yeah. Ooh, yes. Oh, well, these are unknown location. There are some waterfalls like that. I mean, I can have a look in driver to see if it is animated. Ah, Let's download these ones just to see, well, to hear what they sound like. But I'm not sure that we'll get to that this time round. That looks nice. I remember that texture in the background there. Very, very well. Ooh, nice bridge there across the waterfall effect. Very nice. I need some more trussel bridges somewhere. It looks like that texture is the one that they used in this route down here. Almost done. There we are. Okay, so I'll reach out. A trussel, yes, or a trestle bridge. Trestle bridge and a truss. Hey everyone, Hiker Biker here, and today I've travelled all the way down from Canada into the Milton Valley area, finally settling the hot debate on whether their lake contains real water. Camera rolling, let's go. Jumps in and looks down at wet self. Ah, yes, real water. But beautiful nonetheless. Yes, real water, but beautiful nonetheless. I hear it's a great place to live. Local residents seem to find it very surreal. Agreed. Also, the above YouTuber name, Hiker Biker, was just made up name. Yeah, I think a lot of the animated textures are broken. Wait, it animates in driver? I don't know if it does. It might. Because it did animate, well, the other one animated in the little preview. I'm not sure if this one animates in the preview. Yeah, look, if I can zoom in, hold on. Look, if I zoom in here, you can see that it is animated in the little preview here. This one here as well, if I zoom in, hold on. If I zoom in here, you can see that one's animated as well. So maybe it's animated in driver, I don't know. Or maybe that little preview thing just uses the old shader. That might be what it is. The Funte Animada, or what's it called too? Fun? I don't know. It's been so many years. My good friend, Waterfall Sample, many a time have you helped me out on my past route building ventures. Is your other half, River Sample, doing well as well? Sound? Can I hear it? I know. Don't forget the undercutting. Undercutting? And a plunge pool. Oh, yeah, the plunge pool where it comes down here, where it's got a little, well, I say little, where a big hole there. But I don't think that I'll do that because here I've got it as textures, which works because it looks like rapids. But of course, if it's just textures on the terrain, it really has to be flat. I can't really have a pool at the bottom. And the hot tub? Not sure those come included in the Waterfall Premium package. Those come in... Alright, I see. Yes, package. Alright, how about the deluxe package? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keep it in budget. Sitcom laughter. You're right, I may have strayed a bit off of the old pocket wallet again. That's what confused it. Frozen waterfalls. Gotcha. I see. Imagine if Trainz had a waterfall tool like RCT3 has. That would be... Well, that would be interesting. What would certainly be trussel? I thought it was trestle and truss. Yeah. Trussel is like a mix of both. Or tress? I think trussels... Is trussel a word? I don't know. It was originally referring to something else, not refreshing. Haha, but still. Wow, fake geologist. Not buying the map now. You hearing this, Kangafango? I am. Shocking, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, you're lucky if you get an animated waterfall. Hold on. Okay. Think about it? Not really, but I get what you mean. I'll try placing a few of these side by side. And then I'll quickly hop into driver to see if they're animated in driver or not. Also, you know that thing about not having it look like there's masses of water flowing over there every second? Well, I mean, it does look good, but it would look better if it were animated. Let's have a look in the driver. And move the edge vertices of the water down a smidge. Yeah, now that I know that you can do that, I might just do that. Or I could maybe, well, yes. Shift drag a minute. Yes, I think that's what it was. It's going to be a little while until we get there to check it. Ooh, it's loaded. Yes. The driver, exciting times. We can't hear the waterfall. I know. It's not important at the moment. I just want to see if it's animated or not. The tension is building. And so is the root. I mean, it's a building stream after all. Okay. I think we've got to turn off here. Hold on. There we go. The water's also building. Yes. Come on, bridge. Come on. Bridge. Computer. If you get the reference. Bridge. Tell you what, let's zoom out, then zoom back in, and that might cause it to reload. There we go. Hello, Bridge. It's good for you to join us. And then let's continue along here and let's see if it's animated or not. And it's not loaded in yet. Let's get closer. And look! Look! It is animated in driver. See? There we are. I mean, that might not be a bad thumbnail, to be honest. Let's just have a quick see. Let's see what that looks like if it's small. Looks Looks okay, but not anything, it doesn't look that spectacular. Maybe that looks better. So what I want the tracks to do is basically come along here. Then we're going to have a slope going this way. So then come along here and then come over with a bridge just like this, basically. So that when you're coming this way along the water level, you can just see the drop-off there. And you can just, as you're getting closer and closer and closer, you can just see the drop-off, and then it comes over like that. And you can just look down the pit as the train goes this way and then goes further down. And then as we get along here, if I do follow the suggestion, which I probably will, we're going to have a tributary somewhere. So we're going to have another waterfall, a smaller waterfall on that side, where we'll have maybe a truss bridge or a trestle bridge or a trussel bridge along across here for it. Or maybe that girder bridge, that red one. Ooh, that might be a good idea, to have that red girder bridge. I'll place that red girder bridge there so I don't forget. Hello, Mr. Snipes. Okay, might as well read chat. Okay. Behind the dam. It's the water's building behind the dam, yeah. This is your stage score, Star Trek 4. Yep. Scotty. That was a funny scene. Yay! I'm looking great. I just there. I'd stagger the heights though, so the texture doesn't look like the exact same. Well, maybe. Wow, this will be spectacular. Imagine raffling on one of these mountains. I'm always a fan of an abandoned car in the river. Yeah, maybe if I put in the... if the road goes nearby it. Ah, welcome back. Did I miss something? Well, I looked on the DLS for waterfalls. I found this one. And I thought that maybe it was animated in Driver, because I knew that in previous Trainz versions, these assets were animated. So we loaded in Driver, went over here, and checked, and yes, indeed, it is animated in Driver, which is great. Waterfall placement and new baseball placement. Can we name the waterfall Jeff? Jeff Falls? Milton. Jeff as in the flying shark, or Jeff as in... who? Wait, do I even have... oh yes, this one. Yes, of course I have it. This is the girder bridge I was referring to. This is not the girder bridge I was referring to. Hold on. Wait, which one was it? Hold on. Just girder bridge? No. Iron girder bridge? Oh, I just had it. One moment. Wait, where is it? Oh, is that bridge maybe payware? Hold on, if I get rid of the payware filter. No, I still don't seem to be able to find it. How strange. Unless that's it. No, that's not it. Where did this bridge go? What if I... Yeah, I'll try this. Pay where true. And girder. Nope. I don't know what happened to that bridge. You know the one that you had. Bridge 1 to USA. Yeah, one like the one that looked like that. I did have it a moment ago. I mean, I could have a truss bridge, I guess, but I wanted that red girder bridge. Don't know, sorry. That's okay. I mean, having a bridge like this for this particular place is probably fine. But for the other bit, I wanted the red one. Although that one looks a bit better. It looks a bit more rusty. I always liked that engine. Think if on a bridge, not girder. Not really that girder in its name. What did you want it for? For the tributary, for when it crossed the tributary. Let's have a quick look through these. Well, I have this one, which is the old one, but I'd really want the new one. Unless maybe I put the tracks over this one, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, there's quite a bit of this in Trainz, if you didn't know. Just looking through asset lists to find that one asset that you wanted. I mean, I could, if I wanted to use this bridge, I could maybe just overlay, for example, this track there. So if I increase the height a little bit of this, then put that over the top, maybe increase that a little bit more. So you see what I mean. Nope, not both of those, just that one, please. And then having that be just kind of like, hold on, one moment, just kind of like there, although I would probably have to increase that a little bit more, maybe like 0.18. Then it looks a little bit odd if it's, since it's not exactly over the sleepers, but that would look better than the just leaving the original. It's not going to be the MB Arch bridges. What's this one? What's this track? Oh, that's the, right, that's the narrow gauge. What is this bridge? Huh. Not what I wanted, but looks nice. What's this one? SL plate girder. Nope. That's not it either. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Oh, what's this one? Ah, that's also narrow gauge. Too many. Nope, that's also not what I wanted. Narrow gauge. No, I can't. I can't find whatever this bridge is. I don't know what to do about that. If right. Let's read. Flying what? Everyone knows sharks don't fly. I say, really? Bridge 1T, you say? Maybe I will end up doing that with a track on top. Easier at payware, true filter. True. Find it quicker. Don't know, sorry. I'll have to look after stream. Don't have tears 19 installed on this device. Laptop. I think I found the bridge under bridge. Not sure if it didn't had girder in the name. Well, if you could look for it, that would be appreciated. What do you want it for? Yes, the track inspection engine. Rusty. Should I maybe use the old one? And once you found the new one, use the bulk extra plates. I don't know if that works with bridges. I myself would vouch for not budging it like this now. What do you mean? I'd suggest doing the above instead. Maybe it's called narrow something, or maybe it has NG in its name. I know it isn't narrow gauge, but I remember searching for that yesterday around the time where I found the bridge. Probably easier to just do a rail replacement ferry. Yes. Let's just have a little look for narrow, not those ones. Just a tiny little look for narrow. Those are all JR tracks. It's all track. Nope, it's not narrow. Fun fact, there actually are multiple rail ferry assets on the DLS which technically work like turntables, only instead of rotating tracks, it moves them. They're US assets. Yes, I know. And I would love to use them somewhere, but I don't really have a place for them at the moment. So, okay, let's just move this bridge back here someplace. Just so that I don't forget about it. Run and remember. Clever boy, apparently. So, I'll just quickly fix that little divot in there, like that. There we are. I get to use them myself, but they look super interesting. Same, clever girl, boy, yes. So, I don't know if I want this bridge asset there. I do like the look of this bridge asset, just over the waterfall like that. But if, hold on, if you're driving along here, and then you come over here, just as you're on the waterfall, it does maybe block the view a little bit, or is that fine? Actually, I think it might add more, if anything, to increase the feeling of scale. Interesting. Let's quickly just... hold on. How steeply would this need to climb to get up there? Gradient, 3.6. Well, that should be okay, I hope. Although I'm not entirely sure. If I wanted to come in like that, maybe a little bit of a steeper angle like this might be better. And yeah, I'll have to do, I can do a little bit of the gradient, well, the slope, but there's not that much time left in the stream. I can do just a little bit of it now. Okay. Well, not yet, but it's getting there. It's getting to be okay. Okay, now let's just try and see what this looks like. Actually, hold on. Well, yes, of course, I remember. I forgot to do a thing. But that thing really only affects this back here, so that's fine. So, actually that looks pretty much exactly how I wanted it to look. So, I'll save. Haha. I'd vouch for saying it's fine. Brings more perception of depth to the table. Well, I hope it'd bring it to the screen, but that's fine. Ugh, this'll look absolutely stunning once finished. Yes. Ugh, I agree. So, coming around here, you've been climbing up out of this valley for a while now. Coming around here, going at like 25 miles per hour if you're maintaining the speed limit. And then come around the corner, you can see the river down there. You can occasionally glimpse it through the trees maybe. Although, realistically, from this angle you wouldn't, but if you're using the exterior camera, you can see the river down there. And you come over here, you can see the bridge up there that you're climbing towards. Then as you're getting further this way, you can start to see the waterfall. It climbs up here. I'm probably going to have some sort of, maybe I can have a snow shed or something, like to protect against avalanches. Hold on. Well, rockfall. Hold on, I quickly need to check if there is any good snow shed assets. That's not what I want, that's not what I want. This one maybe. Well, this one maybe. That one's open on one side. Ideally, I would like something with an angled roof. Let's have a look. Would that work? I don't know. I mean, I don't have to do this perfectly or anything at the moment. If we imagine the cliff, although I can't really get the cliff that close for that to work. Because this roof, maybe one of the concrete ones would work better. Hold on. I think it was near the bottom. Actually, what's this one? That one might look promising. Or is that an object? Or a track? Ah, it's a track. Ah, this is more like the sort of thing that I was looking for. But of course, this has so many wooden beams that you can't really look out of it. Although it... No, I want... It is interesting like that, but I want you to be able to see the approach to the... Hold on. Let's try this one. The concrete one might have more gaps. I don't know. Yeah, this just looks like a tunnel, basically. You can just about see the water out there. I like the idea of having it there with this tall cliff up above so that it protects against landslides. But if it's gonna obscure things that much, I don't think it's worth it. Although, maybe one of these ones. Although, are those... No, those are... Oh! They're... That's strange. Landslide? Nope, that looks like a session. Landslip? Time slip? Nope. Rockfall? What if we look for roof and then search category spline? Hold on. Spline. I mean, I might just be able to use the canopy roof actually. Let's have a look at this one. Don't worry, I'll re-chat in a bit. I'll re-chat in a bit. I just want to see if I can find a fitting asset. I mean, no, that's not gonna... No, that's just gonna keep the weight of the snow on there with that lip. I know the lip is there so that it doesn't... so that it keeps the rainwater from falling down onto the passengers, but not really what I'm looking for. Maybe one of these ones. Let's try that one. If I like move it half into the... Well, no. That's much too narrow. That might work. SAM platform roof got so. SAM platform roof. Well, no. That just still looks much too narrow. Well, we've almost finished the list, so I'm just going to quickly scroll through to the last bit. No. Okay, well, okay, let's look for track. There might be a thing in track for this. No, there is not. Okay, in that case, it looks like I'm probably not going to have that there like that. But I am quite happy with how this is turning out. Okay, so I'll leave you with this picture as I read chat. And by leave you, I mean I'm right here still. So here's the top right. I told for smooth out this pike. I could have, but that's just a little bit finicky. There's your repaint. Yes, PR, Grizzly, P2, and Express Blue. Just a download. I think there's a good Milwaukee snow shed. Let's have a quick look. It might be called something. Let's just have a quick look. Category. Let's look for spline. Power lines, which might not be that bad. Those things don't look like they've got any thumbnails. Track. No, I don't know. Add a retaining wall to the right of the snow shed with wood. Oh, or this. But that thing is quite obstructive. Yeah. Oh dear Lord. Lord Deroni. I just got my first flat tire. Aw. Well, I congratulate your insurance if they cover that, or I guess auto repair rescue service. I don't know. Customer reaction prediction. Oh, this is so pretty. All these mountains, the rushing river below. Oh, what's that in the distance there? A waterfall? Wow. I bet it's gonna look great. Wait, what's that? What's this? What are we driving into? Looks like some sort of snow shed. Oh god, I can't look out of this thing at all. Laughs. I'm missing all the scenery. No. Yeah, now we're out of it. Finally, after the pretty bit. No, because we're just approaching the waterfall. And SnowRunner or RL? SnowRunner. I've yet to get one myself. RL, I don't watch streams while driving. I mean, you could have just looked out your window and saw some punk puncturing your tires, looking out the window of your house, I mean. But yes. It happens when you hit an object like a rock, say, from the side of the tire wall. My front right tire took a blow from the side and immediately flattened it. Alright, I see him. Interesting, thanks to that. This waterfall is going to look amazing. Thank you very much, I agree. Yes, use the glass canopy as a snow shed. That way, you'll have snow and sheds after the avalanche. Yep. Shards after the avalanche of shards. Yes. Alright, I can't wait. Yes, it was a track. Not sure on its name. Punk. Tour. Tour? Shards. I know! I corrected myself. So, to prevent this thing from... well, hopefully prevent this thing from crashing when I save, because I don't know if I saved or not. I'll just add a couple of trees around the place, like that. Like that. I'll save. Puncture. Oh, yes, I see. There we are. Now switch over. Close that. So thank you all very much for watching. It's nice having you all here. And this stream will be archived on YouTube. Kangafango streams on Sunday, and that's pretty much it. So, okay, that's that. And now, as you can tell, I am already gone, and the stream's over. Okay, so now let's download the stream. Let's see. Oh, you're still here? Oh, hello. Sorry, what? You're still here? Thank you very much. See you soon. Cheers to the shout out. You're welcome. See you soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. See you for Star Trek stream. Yes, Star Trek Pathos. New episode. New mystery. New adventure. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night.